You see 8-minute abs sitting there. There's 7-minute abs right beside it.
You must be like the wolf pack, not like the six-pack.
I would go for the 7. Yeah, I'd go for
Bingo, man, bingo. 7-minute ab.
abs to my neck. Unless, of course, somebody comes up with 6-minute abs.
Your pencil, let's begin. Basic instinct is the name we spin.
So guys, drawing abs can seem like a pretty straightforward affair. Just draw a line down the bottom half of the torso, 2 parallel ones on either side of it, and then cut the whole thing up with a couple of horizontal lines and call it a day, right?
Wrong.
There's a whole bunch of other things going on in that area of the torso that, if you get right, will take your anatomy game to new heights. Check it out. Start by drawing a rectangle that tapers in as it goes down. Split it into 2 halves and add a diamond shape at the bottom for the pelvis, making sure that it's as tall as each half of the torso above it. Make a triangle above the torso for the traps. Starting at each of the top corners, draw a line curving down to about this halfway point, i.e. the bottom of the pectorals. Then, cut back to the torso to complete a half circle, partially hidden by the torso and representing the basic shape of the shoulder. Lay down a curve under it to represent the outer edge of the bicep. We'll leave it at that for the arms because that's not what this video is about. Now, from the point where the torso and the bottom of the shoulder half circle meet, draw a line angling down to the bottom of the pecs, and then get rid of the excess line segment on the side. From a point somewhere in the top half of this portion of the torso, make a line connecting to somewhere on the shoulder or bicep. This outlines the lats, and where the 2 sides of each line land and the angle it creates relative to the torso will depend on the look you're going for. Along this portion of each lower pec, grab a point approximately 2/3 of the way away from the middle of the torso, trace a line down to below the waist, and then link the 2 lines to a point in the middle near the bottom of the pelvis. Split the entire midsection in 2 with a line down the middle. Divide the portion of the midsection above the waist into thirds. Let's now get started on what's really gonna make this dude look shredded, namely the obliques and the serratus anterior. Connect this corner to a point about halfway down the top ab with a straight line. Link a point about 1/3 of the way down this line with the outline of the lat. Make it nice and curvy. There! You've just drawn your first oblique and the top visible portion of the serratus anterior. Now, draw another straight line between the bottom of the first ab and the serratus. As before, start 1/3 of the way down the oblique and draw a curve to the lat. A straight line between the middle of the second ab and the serratus, followed by a curve starting 1/3 of the way down the oblique, connecting to the serratus. The next oblique serratus sequence will start halfway down the 3rd row of abs, and the last one will start at the waistline. Oh, let's add a small triangle at the top of the pecs, right in the middle. You now have the guidelines you need to draw the abs. Of course, since we're dealing with muscles in human anatomy, when you draw on top of your guides, you'll want to use nice, curvy lines. As I like to repeat over the course of all anatomy-related tutorials, people tend to vary in their muscle proportions, shapes, and insertion points, so these guidelines are just to give you a starting point. I strongly encourage you to use reference materials such as anatomy charts and pictures to inspire you and reveal different looks and styles you could go for. Now, as fun as it is to draw the abs, there's a whole other world going on right behind us. Watch this video to learn how to draw the back muscles, and until next time, keep drawing.
Tutorial series that blew my mind.